Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another video. Now, this one, I'll be going over this cool thingy. So this is a wireless charger that I found on AliExpress for under €10, and it works fairly decently. It charges the phone at least. And I also managed to create this thingy as well, so that, it like holds the wireless charger. And so yeah, I'll show you the listing for AliExpress right now. So yeah, this is it right here. So yeah, it's the Basus 15 watts fast wireless charger, and you can find them, on AliExpress for like below €10 usually, and there are loads of them. So just make sure you pick the one which has a lot of, sold, since that usually shouldn't be a scam. But yeah, I picked this one because it looks cool. So you can see, like, all the kind of chips there. I'm not sure if these are real chips or not. They could be fake as well, but nonetheless, it looks cool. And so yeah, so I created this weird masterpiece. So yeah, you can tell that it was created by me because the geometry is fucked up. Yeah, this was supposed to be, like going straight down, but I don't know, I'm not the best at Blender pretty much, so that's why it looks fucked up, but it works nonetheless. Even though this does look like it's two pieces, it's actually one. And so yeah, I based this design off this phone stand here. So I just went into Blender and then added some shit on top. So yeah, pretty fucking mad shit there anyway. But so yeah, to secure this thing, what you want is just, yeah, so I printed off the original one as well. This is just scaled up to match the phone, because if you print it by default, this phone is a lot bigger than the iPhone 6, so it doesn't fit in, and it will actually kind of like, topple over like this, so that's why you need to scale it up. And then this is the same thing scaled up, but I also positioned, the wireless charger in the perfect spot. So for this thing to actually charge your phone, it needs to be like right here, which is kind of weird because it's kind of like interfering with the camera bump a little bit. But if it's like down here, it doesn't charge. It's, so it needs to be kind of like directly in the middle of the phone, because the coil is actually square and it's like right here. If you look at Jerry Riggs' teardown video, you'll see that there's like a rectangle coil here. So yeah, it needs to be kind of directly in the middle of the phone, which is a shame. But anyway, so yeah, to secure this thing, just put one piece of blue tack here in the middle, and then I'm just going to position, this USB port kind of to the side on the left, like so. Then just push it in slightly. Don't push it in too hard, because either this thing will break or the print will break as well. Since I only printed this at a 10% infill, but that should be fine. So yeah, there we go. That's how it looks. It sits fairly flush. So yeah, because I measured the exact height of this to kind of cut it in. And so yeah, it sits like fairly flush to this thing, so it looks pretty, pretty professional. So anyway, when you plug this bad boy in, it has, green LED. And then all you need to do is just put the phone on top, like so, and it'll start charging. And then when it's charging, the LED will be blinking. And so if I were to take it off, the LED will just be solid. So that's how you know that it's charging. And that's how you know how it works. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. If you want this thing, this model, send me a message on Telegram and I'll send you the file. I can even send you the Blender file if you want. If you want to make it a little bit better. I'll show you how it looks like in Blender now. Let me just fire this bad boy up. Yeah, this last project I was working on. So yeah, this is how it looks like in Blender. As you can see, it's a little bit scuffed. Yeah, that's just the print one. So yeah, it's kind of like... So I modeled the phone. Oh yeah, another thing I need to mention is because I'm using a case, and the case is quite thick, so you can see that it's a little bit thicker than what you'd have, you know, normally with the phone. When I modeled this phone inside Blender, it's actually with the case on. So you might want to, you know, redesign this thing so that it fits kind of better your phone, because like I'm probably one of the few people who actually uses, you know, these kind of thick cases, but I think they're pretty good. So yeah, we have the phone here by itself with the huge camera bump. So yeah, that's kind of how I based all my other measurements around it. So you'll see the original phone stand. If I were to go into the modifiers here and if I turn them off, yeah, so yeah, there we go. So that's how it looks like, you know, pretty much identical. If I get rid of this thing, it's pretty much identical to this stand here, like so. You can see there, I didn't change much of the geometry. The only thing I changed was I increased the depth. So you get, kind of see it here if I go into edit mode. Well, now I can't really see it. But yeah, I basically pushed some of these points out because they were cutting into the other thing. So yeah, if I were to enable this thing again, well, you can't see it here, but if I were to enable it, it was actually like peeking through here, if you know what I mean. Because this thickness is pretty much the same thickness as the wireless charger itself, so it was peeking out, so I just, you know, moved some stuff, some of these points around. Then I also moved this circle down as well, just a little bit, so that there's more space. And then I just, you know, cut a piece off with this shape. So yeah, in Blender you can add a Boolean modifier, and then it cuts, you know, two like objects out from each other, and then you could just hide one of them. And then the next thing is I added this kind of weird fucking cube. So yeah, this thing also has a cutter for the wireless charger as well. So if I hide it, okay, so I guess I edited in a way where I actually didn't really need it, but yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, that's just literally the only modifications I made. That's why it looks kind of weird, because I just kind of slapped two objects together. And so yeah, that's why this thing kind of didn't come out properly, but I think it looks kind of cool. It looks weirdly cool. You don't really see it anyway, since this is up against my wall, and you can only see the front of it anyway, so it's grand. So yeah, that's what I did in Blender anyway, to get this thing. And then I just kind of merged all of them together so that they're one object, so it's easier to export. And you can actually edit like the geometry here as well. So for example, you can probably get rid of, oh no, you can't, never mind. Yeah, so anyway, that is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. So yeah, this is a pretty good cheap way to get these, you know, a pretty fancy stand, because if you look on Amazon, for example, if I go to Amazon UK, oh wait, you can't see. Okay, there we go. And if I type, if this website ever loads properly, there we go. If I type in Samsung S24 Ultra wireless charger or something. Yeah, so this thing is like, you know, 40 euro, like 50-60 euro for this one. So yeah, even the basic ones are more expensive on Amazon. This one isn't too bad, like 20, like 30 euro-ish for this one. So yeah, not too bad. But compared to this one, where this is only like 8 euro, and then you just print it, print like a stand for it. And I think that's a better way to go. But yeah, obviously, if you don't have a 3D printer, then you know you need to spend 300 euro on the 3D printer itself. So, but yeah, it's kind of like if you have a 3D printer already, you might as well go with it than spending extra here. So yeah, pretty cool shit. Oh yeah, also I guess I should show you like how much materials it uses, I suppose. So let me open it up. Yeah, I think it was this one. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so yeah, we just gotta rotate it. Like, come on, what the fuck? Okay, wait. It might be easier if I did it this way. Yeah, there we go. All right, perfect. So yeah, this is a printing at 10% infill, and I have some kind of board. Oh yeah, actually, I actually rotated it this way so that it's, you know, it uses less supports this way. Yeah, like so. So print it on the side, because then you're gonna need to generate supports like in here. So this is the best way to do it. So takes 17 hours, and it uses 124 grams of filament. So yeah, as you can see here, the supports will now just be kind of where the holes are on the side. Whereas if we were to rotate this thing, rotate it a bit more, we were to print it kind of standing up, say it's going to take 18 hours now, so an extra hour, and it's going to use 20 more grams of filament simply due to the supports. Now it's actually not too bad. It's just kind of in the center, but I will tell you one thing, it's going to be very hard to get this support out. And I'm talking from experience here, because yeah, I did some prints before, well, not of this print, but of something else where I had supports like in the center of the print, and I couldn't get them out basically. The print actually broke before I was able to get them out, because, you know, I was putting like a lot of fucking pressure trying to push them out, and then the print actually broke. So yeah, I always try to print with the least amount of supports and never have it so that there's kind of like supports in the middle of the thing. So yeah, always rotate it kind of this way. And there you go, 10 less grams. And the funny thing is you can do like some really weird things. You can literally print it like this if you wanted to. Just like really weirdly upside down, you know? And look at the mess of supports. So yeah, pretty fucking mad shit you can do. And even still, it's not too bad though. Christ. But this is going over 200 grams, and it's gonna be over 24 hours. It's gonna be 28 hours actually, Jesus. So yeah, managing supports is important. But yeah, anyway, that's all kind of that I wanted to show you guys. It was just this cool thing here. So yeah, Thank you boys for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.